Hello, everybody. How you doing? I'm gonna play a little song here to start out.
So let's keep talking about Avery. Yeah, let's keep talking till he's set free. Oh, you just listen, I think you'll see why it matters. Really matters. Put aside the documentary, the state's version ludicrousy. Oh, all their claims so blatantly get torn to tatters. I think that matters. I bet you heard about Hood last sweat, but maybe you ain't heard this yet. 19 more times the DNA that was left anywhere else that day. I think that matters. I really do. I think it matters. An ex-boyfriend with a day planner page, and yet they did not investigate. And who knows why, and who can say why he was signed into the crime scene that day. I think that matters. I really do. I think it matters. About the barrel that once was seized, but then returned to the Averys. The bones were found the next day, but not one photograph exists of where they lay. I think that matters. I really do. I think it matters. I could go on listing things off, 80 more things. I just keep on singing these songs till every freedom rings. I said it matters. It really, I know it matters. It could be you, I think it matters. It could be me, I know it matters. Work with Casey, it matters. I said it matters. It really matters.
All right.
Well done, mate.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Pause. Good boy. All right. So, obviously, we're here today with the Hodd, with Mr. Capaldi and Mr. Seabrook. By the way, lots of people in the chat loving on the Stacy song. Quite a few people saying that was their favorite one, actually. That's
all right.
So, but anyways, obviously, a lot of people again getting a lot of requests to play you, even though I've only been playing you on the weekend. So I just want you to be aware of that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyway, so and we are technically on the weekend. So anyway, so we're here today. Obviously the Australian, the Australian Musketeers. Obviously, all those four of us. No, anyway. You guys know we obviously had the banner made when we were all in Australia, and we had all kinds of fun when we were down there. And obviously we're all geared up, and we're all going to be converging on the walk here within the next 5 days. So we thought we'd get together and have a little chat. Hey guys, Stacy, Paul, Mark,
evening. Hello.
Hey, g'day. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there. It's Did you guys see the last night what I did with the other members of the wrecking crew?
I did not.
Oh man, I was on with Denise, Allie, Linda, Jamie,
all right,
and Julie Pom Pom. So we were all on. We were talking about things. We were talking about a little bit about the thing over in the UK right now with Dean and Jerry and Steve and Laura all appearing together. I mean, It's like it's like, dang it, how come they couldn't all be in Australia at the same time? Darn it.
Yeah, or Manitowoc.
Right? Yeah. So those lucky dogs over there in the UK, Jane. Yeah, lucky dogs over there, man. You guys got to see all four of them together. So I will be talking with Jane shortly after this live, I believe. Although I think I'm gonna pre-record it and I'm gonna edit in some extra stuff she's got, because she's got some really cool pictures of while she was there. So I'm thinking about creating something a little bit extra special. But her and I are gonna talk about what they were talking about there yesterday when she went to the show. So that's gonna be fun. We can talk a little bit about the fact that they're getting together, the attention that's creating, for Stephen and Brennan, and continuing to create the awareness. We can talk a little bit about that and some other things. And rally, of course, obviously, because we're all there soon enough. So, how you guys doing?
Well.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, where are you now? You're still in Romania?
Pennsylvania?
I am. I'm in Bucharest, and I'm heading out on Tuesday from here,
right,
over to London, and then from London on to Chicago, and then Chicago up to Green Bay.
Yeah, Austin Straubel. I love that.
That's the one.
Man, that airport rocks.
And from Green Bay down to Manitowoc, which is a quick trip, about 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes, I think, about. But
yeah, not far.
Real quick.
So
beautiful drive, by the way, too. Rolling green hills next to the freeway that brings you in, and it's just beautiful. The little forest kind of off in the distance, and just beautiful country there in Wisconsin. Absolutely.
Yeah, Wisconsin's really beautiful, physically amazing, and it's got the whole range of geography from the mountainous areas and to the Great Lakes of Lake Michigan and the rolling green valleys and even their major cities, which aren't huge, because I think Wisconsin only has about 6 million people in total. But there's just it's a beautiful state.
Yeah, it is.
Which is a bit counterintuitive to some of the behavior in the state, as we know. So,
by nature.
I feel fortunate to be able to go there, and I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to do that and to see such a beautiful part of the United States. So,
it is. It's
great. So I'm very excited. I've got my rally stuff. I've got some posters and things in my suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really looking forward to meeting a whole bunch of people that I only know by name.
Are you bringing fake Dracula fangs from Transylvania?
Maybe. But and I'm going to plant some blood. Right, that's my plan.
Oh, there we go.
So I believe Paul is hiring a RAV4, so I'm just going to go for a ride in his car and wipe a little bit of near the ignition, right? And drip a few little bits.
The rental car company will love it.
Yeah, there we go. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it very much, and I think it's going to be a great event.
There we go. Sorry about that, folks. It'll switch now. Sorry, I had it locked in on me. Somebody noticed. I mean, hey,
that's it. That's just ego. That's ego. That's what that's about. The ego switch.
Yeah, that's
so, right.
Celebrity does.
It's all about.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to change my name to Eric, but
it seems like forever since we've been to Australia. Hey, Stacy.
Yeah, it sure does. It's I mean, it's thinking about going to Manitowoc. My mind went to 3.5 years ago. Like it's a little bit surreal, all that's happened from just watching the documentary to researching to really getting into it. Then nothing really. Then I've made a few tunes and only in the last 1.5 years did I really get into this YouTube sort of stuff, like channels, and then going to Australia and now ending up in Manitowoc next week. It's kind of it's very surreal. I mean, Australia seems like literally like 6 months ago or something or more. Yeah. And
as it gets further away, it seems more and more distant, I suppose,
But it's cool. When I was just looking at us, the little pictures, and it's like it's an international delegation we have here, And if Jerome was here, it's another one. And it's kind of cool. I'm really interested to see how many people show up this year. On Facebook, I've been seeing more than regularly people talking about attending. So I'm interested in seeing how many people show up.
Hopefully we're getting people there in the area charged up. And,
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Hopefully. And because then when people are close, it's easier, right? When they don't have to travel 6 to 8 hours in a car to get there, or,
overnight,
buy a plane ticket or whatever. I mean, it's a little, so hopefully we're getting those people charged up because they are the most primed to get there. You know? So hopefully that's happening. I hope it is. I mean, I hope we just see a mass of people. Not a mob, though. I want everybody to be classy.
Right. Yeah.
But I would love to see a mass of people out there showing their support in a classy way.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm sorry, but Eunice is coming with me, so.
Julie Pom Pom asks, Mark, if the rally winner has contacted you.
Yes, the raffle winner you meant.
Right, yes, rally. Sorry, raffle. Yes, got it.
The raffle winner did contact me, and we've sorted out the apparel and the sizes, etc. So all in hand.
Excellent.
And Fen wants to know what you're drinking, Paul.
It's alcohol-free Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Max. There you go. I had to buy some of that for him in Australia, and yet he still drank the one Dr. Pepper that I found. Yeah. I'll never forget that.
No, well, I bloody hated it. I drank it by mistake.
I mean, there's like 5 Pepsi Maxes in there and a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. It's a sea of Pepsi Max in there, and yet he goes for the one can of Dr. Pepper I was able to find. I was like, dude, you're lucky you're my buddy, dude. I'd be killing you.
I was going to ask Stacey, by the way, do you feel that it's a bit like Roger Waters talking about his, school teacher telling him, the music will never take you anywhere, son.
Yeah.
And there's where's it taking you?
Yeah, that's right. Mark Atkinson once, when we were down in Australia, he texted me and said, "Hey, your music took you here." And I thought, "Oh, that's interesting." It's not really connected to me in a way, but it is cool. I mean,
that helped you get you there, though.
Totally. Yeah. But even driving home today, I was thinking about some of them. Just seem oddly. It just seemed like I was meant to write some of the songs. There's this detachment of me and like me writing it. It just sort of came through me, and I still wonder what that's about because I'm still doing other creative ventures with the case and with my music and some of the filming and stuff. So it's kind of like the real steady stream that was happening like November through February has kind of died down, and it feels like I'm doing a bit more now, like some of the film stuff. But when like the Illusion of Justice came out, it seemed like something else was going on there. So it just came out so beautiful. Quick.
Yeah. That's definitely. I gotta say, it's definitely in your tops there. Illusion of Justice. That one was.
Well, it just came out. It's like so quick. Yeah.
I particularly and I know you said that you felt it was a little. You were worried about the way it sounded cliche, but I really love the part where it says, have you heard the news? There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
And it was right amongst the election of Mark Weaker.
Yeah, that's right.
When you wrote that. Yeah. So it was like, so you're immediately, and you're like, no, not the knee touching one.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, dude, I love that bit.
Me too. That was awesome.
That came out. It was.
That's
awesome.
The beauty of those of us that know the details. I was saying to a friend, those of us that know details of the case appreciate some of the lyrics so much more. I mean, the songs can hold their own with people that don't know, but if you do know, there's a lot and that's what I love about lyrics. Well,
that's what I think about ones like Don't Get Strange. I mean, there you don't really need to really pretend, to really get deep into the lyrics to really understand that song, because most everybody remembers that phrase from watching Making a Murderer. So that one I think is more universal, and so it'd be interesting to try to maybe get a little bit more, maybe a couple more songs that are more like that are more recognizable, I would say, to a layman.
Yeah, I wonder if I was just on the way over here. I was wondering if something will come through on this trip. Maybe you never know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Sitting out on the deck by the lake.
Yeah.
There. Yeah. There you go.
Paul, when do you fly out?
I believe it's quite close to when Shark Snack flies out. Because
No, you're the next day, I think, aren't you, mate?
So I'm going to fly down from Edinburgh to Heathrow. Is it Heathrow? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Down in London,
Yeah.
down in Englandshire. and then on the Thursday, I'm doing a wee bit Erekose time travel. I'm going to leave London at something like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to fly for like 9 hours and arrive in Chicago in 2 hours' time. So I'm going to go back in time.
Time Lord.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makeshift TARDIS.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna get a hire car, hopefully a RAV, but if not, it'll be an SUV of some description. I don't know what color it's going to be. It could be blue, it could be green, it could be somewhere in between. Who knows?
Yeah.
Teal.
Suggesting
Teal,
teal.
maybe.
Mystic, yes.
It'll be Mystic, yeah.
Teal, there you go.
Yeah. And then the plan is to drive up from Chicago because it's about 2.5 hours from because the airport is sort of north side of Chicago, so it'll be soon into the suburbs and heading up the road. And I must admit, one of the things that Eunice and I, when we first watched the first couple of episodes of Making a Murderer, and we saw the views of Lake Michigan and some of the aerial views of the Sheboygan and Manitowoc looking across the lake.
Right.
And I've seen footage of the is it the steamship Badger crossing to, is it Luddington?
Yeah, big. It's quite big, actually.
And it looks great. So it'd be nice to see it from the air, but it'd be nice to drive and just to take it all in. It's I don't think it's going to be that trickier journey. I mean, it's. I'm used to doing a fair bit of mileage with the gig.
Thursday morning, you're saying?
So
You're getting into Chicago Thursday morning?
Thursday morning. So we're gonna be staying I think at the Baymont on the Thursday night, and then maybe head across to Nina to join you at the Eagle Cycles.
You're getting there a day before me. I'm leaving here Thursday night to arrive for approximately 9 a.m. on Friday morning.
Yeah. So if we get a chance to pop in at Chilton and say hi to Mark Wiegert, that would be good as well. I'd love to pop in and just say hello. How's it going, sort of thing. I mean the thing is, I sent him a nice email. He sent me a nice
you're wearing
email.
a No Question T-shirt.
Well. I'm a bit concerned because I did get a warning to say that if we mess up the car too much, it'll need we get charged extra for for cleaning it, and he might suggest how you can clean up all the mess from the car in a short space of time. I'm hoping he's going to be able to put me straight on that. There's obviously techniques involved, because he knew that Stephen Brendan managed to clear up. I mean, he says 5 days, but you've got to factor in the fact that they were at work and they were at school. They didn't even have 5 days. They had like a few hours really just to clean up all the mess.
Right.
I'd be fascinated to know how they did it. They
had 5 days to clean up, right? Well,
yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be able to help you because you're not going to have 5 days. You're not even going to be there for 5 days. So.
Well, who knows? I mean, I've already warned everybody. If I get arrested over there, you're going to have to set up a trust to try and help me out. I mean, we've already decided that me and Stacey are going to go busking on the Sunday to raise money for your bail, dude.
Yeah, I doubt they'll be doing any arresting. They know if they arrest any of us, particularly any of us, really, that they're only going to validate us.
So they are wanting this. Yeah, they're wanting it to go without any kind of publicity.
Right.
The least publicity they can get out of that, the better. Right. I mean Yeah, I can see how they would be a bit stressed out that you've got people coming to their back door, knocking on their back door and telling them you need to get this sorted. You might think we're over in Australia and Scotland. No, we're here, pal. We're here to tell everybody exactly.
We're on your doorstep today.
Yeah.
Fenn wants to know, Stacy, if you are planning to do a barn studio version of As Justice Slowly Disappears.
Yeah, I am, but it's a real rough time, or a real busy time for Mark, and it's been busy for me too. So I suppose
you're getting ready to head to Manitowoc yourself right now, right? So.
Yeah, and but Mark, usually in the summer, they live on this island over there that gets really busy. So they actually move out of their house and they rent that house out during the summer. So he doesn't record from virtually now until October. Okay. But we might get something in there, but I doubt it. Probably not before September at least. So, but I do like that. That song it's been growing on me a lot. So I like playing it.
Can I be honest? My two favorite would be Don't Get Strange and 36 Million.
I lost 36 million. And so I deleted the video and I don't have a copy. And so Allie sent me one. It was so nice. She has it. And,
thank God for that.
But I started replaying it, and I'm trying to rewrite some of the lyrics a bit more accurate.
I love 36 Million, dude. Yeah. Especially the part when you get to the part. He's like, I can't tell you all this. It'd take too long. It'd become a 10-part docu-song.
Yeah.
I love that bitch.
Yeah. It's such a long tune, though. That's one of the downfalls. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I always dug it, though. Hey, dude, it comes out the way it comes out, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Although, the BZ, one thing that bugs me is one of the lyrics is like something about I label it BZ23, which is not the right label. So I've been trying to.
Well, there you go. You can always correct that.
Yeah, right? That's right. Stuff like that.
Well, the wrong labeling was never a problem, isn't it? And I wouldn't be concerned.
No, that's right.
Never mattered to anybody else, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, we'll multi-label it. That's all. I'll give it a few. I'll do a bunch of versions with different labels. Yeah.
Yeah. New series.
Toss it out. Yeah.
Oh my Lord. That's hilarious.
I do have a question, and that is with Fenn and her 80 More Things. Was that inspired by those lyrics of 80 More Things? I believe it was.
I think it was too, yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Oh, yes. Fenn was inspired by that song. Yes.
Yeah. Does anybody know what her last of the 80 More Things is going to be?
She's on day 5 now. She's only got 4 left.
Yeah, but does anybody know what the last one's going to be?
I do.
You do. I do.
I recently made a video to accompany it.
Yeah. Good.
We'll have to wait and see.
It'll be the wrongful framing of Captain Crunch then.
Oh God.
It rears its head. Yeah.
Look at it.
That's why I'm actually.
You're okay, dude.
I've got a full-size uniform I'm going to be wearing at Manitowoc Rally of Captain Crunch. So I
actually have a copy of 36 Million as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that's cool because
I'll play it on the way out, Paul. I'll try.
Oh no! Play it now.
No.
On the way out, Paul.
No.
It's a super long one.
Get Stacy to sing it now. Come on, Stacy, sing us a song.
No, I'm good.
Go on.
No, I actually I don't have much time. I'm glad to make it again, but as I've been saying, I don't know if people have been. I've been having to move out of the house I sold. I had 2 months to get rid of my stuff, so I've been going flat out, and I have had.
And you were a little sick there for a minute.
I was really sick. Actually, I'm still dealing with it a bit in the sinuses, and so I hope to be all better in a week. But I still have to move some stuff today. But one thing on the side is that remember that stuff that we were driving and we were playing Brain Fingerprint Them All, and I was doing that sort of rappy stuff.
Yeah.
And so
I wish I got it on freaking.
Yeah. Well, I've been in contact. So I reached out to Brad Dassey, and and I threw him the idea of maybe getting him to do some of the rap parts.
Yeah.
And so we're actually working on that. So that'll be a neat
Collaboration.
collaboration. If it works out, I'm trying to extend some of them. So
Yeah, it could be fun. Could be
yeah,
fun.
it would be fun. So.
Hey, while you're there in Wisconsin, maybe you guys could go.
Yeah, that's one of the plans actually.
Access to a studio there nearby.
Yeah, well, he's got his own sort of setup, so that's one of the things. I'm going to be in Wisconsin for a few days earlier than the rally, so I got a lot of things I want to pop by and do and film and just visit people. I would love to meet Barb and the and a lot of family members, you know. So I don't know if they're open to it, but we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, they'll be there at rally itself, and I got a feeling you'll probably get approached by Barb. She made a point to come up to me last year and tap me on the shoulder like hi and and everything. So I imagine she might do the same for you and a lot of the that are vocal about Brendan. So
yeah.
So and everybody will be there. I mean, Mama Dolores was last year. She sat there in a lawn chair for a little while for a good part of the day, and Charlie Chase is there.
How long was it last year, by the way?
Well, it was 2 days last year. It was Friday and Saturday.
Right.
And so it was like 4 hours on Friday, and then it was, I think, like 6 hours on Saturday.
Right.
Something like that. So, but this year it's going to be, I think it's 11 till 3, 4?
11 till 3.
11 till 3,
yeah.
And then there's a little whatever to go over, and there's gonna be a little hour hangout over at the yard.
Yeah. Yes.
And then from there it's back to the hotel at the Baymont for the big shindig.
Right. Well, let me tell you, that starts at 7. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So sometime between those who go to Avery Road,
we might have an hour or two. We might have
because the shindig is going to just be finger food. It's not going to be dinner.
Right.
So you need to go and have whatever you want to have to eat beforehand, or bring it with you if you want to. But
can you get it catered? How much would that cost? Anyway, never mind.
Oh, it's just not. It's pretty tricky, even just knowing who would come. So it's impossible to organise something like that. So we're just having finger food and it's BYO to drink. Yeah. And it's really just meant to be a get together for meeting each other and chatting and just sharing the love, so to speak.
Yeah, connecting.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people will show up to that, because that's a big blast. I wonder where people are coming, if they're just coming for the rally and maybe going back home, or those of us that are staying.
I think most will be staying. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So no, it should be great, and there'll be more information about it on the day of the rally, but. Carla
posted some info about that way back when.
Yeah. Yes, she did.
There's an itinerary in the this year's rally event page. So anybody that wants to go on the Facebook, there's an event page for the rally this year, and you can see an itinerary there, right there, spelled out. So
what do you think? Let's talk about the non-judgment yet. What's like. Do you expect? I don't even expect one now. Or they're going to take that extra 90 days or whatever they have.
Well, it's like I said. I think Fallon kind of telegraphed. I think for me, it kind of solidified him telegraphing the fact that it's going to be a denial and go right back to the Court of Appeals, because that's how he can take off on sabbatical. Because I mean, how can you take off on sabbatical if there's a chance there's going to be an evidentiary hearing in the court that you are going to be, you're going to end up being the litigator. So for me, the taking off before the decision actually comes in, to me, kind of telegraphs that it's going to be a denial, and it kind of seems a little bit arrogant on their part to do it that way, But yeah, I think that's interesting. And Julie was making the argument last night. Julie Pom Pom on my video was making the argument that she was thinking, and she asked Tracy, but Tracy's just saying no, it's probably going to get denied. She may ask for an extra 90 days. And that sort of thing, but that Julie was thinking that if she was to say she was considering the response and the reply from the state and from Zellner, that she could then get another month and it would be due on July 10th. So she was thinking that, but apparently Tracy thinks no, either we get a decision on the 10th or they're most likely she's asked for another 90 days.
Right.
And I think that's funny because obviously we all saw, well, most of us probably saw that tweet from Zelna recently where she said, yeah, the court needs as much time as possible to write this decision because they don't want it to immediately be batted back into their face by the Court of Appeals. So they're taking a really, really long time to really make sure they're wording it in a way that that has the most chance of actually, passing muster.
Yeah. I think that's important. I really liked her wording of that tweet. I think it was I don't have it right in front of me, but it was it faces an impossible task of writing. And that's exactly what they're doing. I thought it was a really strong message from her. Yeah,
I thought I thought it was a brilliant thing to point out.
Yeah.
Pom Pom says that is still true as far as the deadline goes, but Tracy said the judge probably not going to consider the response and reply. So technically, if she does consider the response and reply, she has until July 10th. If she doesn't consider those things, then she's going to have to file for an extension with the Court of Appeals, another 90-day extension by tomorrow.
Right.
And so that's where we're at. But Tracy believes that she's not going to read the reply and the response. If we don't get it tomorrow, it's most likely because she asked for 90 days from the Court of Appeals.
Right.
So that's where we're at, folks. Just so you get the whole dope there. All right.
All a game. All a big, ridiculous game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
an evidentiary hearing is there to hear evidence. All that's being asked for here is the right to have the hearing.
Yeah.
There is plenty of powerful, reasonable, strong evidence that justifies having a hearing. Let the hearing be which it should be. The hearing should be the judgment forum for the quality and the veracity of the evidence.
Yeah. And she had in one of her previous tweets, one of the hashtags that she used was avalanche of infractions. And so when you have that this sort of growing pile of infractions, you would think it would make common sense for the judge in the case go, okay, well, something's up here. Let's just do it, get it over with, But we all know it's gonna. I mean, I've been trying to get a hold of Kathleen so I can retain her services if we get.
Julie, Pom Pom, there's parking very nearby. We didn't have much of a problem with that last year. Kind of maybe have to park a little bit down the block, but not too far. Pretty short walk.
Yeah, and the courthouse has its own car park as well.
And it has its own parking lot.
And it's a Saturday, so it shouldn't be busy from a court point of view.
Exactly. So, yeah, the court's not really going to be in session on Saturday, so.
No. So,
so they'll
parking is fine.
Spaces in the parking lot, unless they're repaving it again like they did last year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So anyways,
covering it up, right?
Can we not park in the sheriff's department?
Yeah, you can park in the sheriff's cars park spot.
Yeah, I'm sure that Herman wouldn't mind me.
You just gotta get to the chain link first, and then you're all good.
Here, Stacey, have you got your guitar with you?
I have a guitar with me, right there.
Oh, go on then. Give us a song, man.
I don't know.
Where's your accordion, Paul?
Yeah.
I've got plenty of accordions. Dude, I've even got a battery-powered accordion, and you don't believe me, do you?
Bring it to Raleigh.
It's a big one. Can't bring it. It's too big. Oh, not fit as hand luggage.
We'll get one. They're always in the pawn shops. We'll go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll get one in Wisconsin.
I'm going to go to the pawn shops.
The poker capital of the world, anyway. We'll find one.
That's PAWN, Paul.
Oh,
it's like the joke about the guy goes into a bar and he leaves his banjo in his car, and when he comes out, there's two banjos. That's the old thing. Same with the accordions. They always gather dust.
Is Rick Mahler still working on getting you an accordion?
Oh, he sent me a link to one or two that were for sale, but also I got in touch with Charlie to see if I could borrow one of his brothers, but we're working on that. But listen, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I can always whistle.
Oh no, I'll start getting the members of the wrecking crew working on it. They'll find you one.
You have about 5. Yeah, 5. What do you think about one of my questions, or like I wonder about, is the amount of disturbance will take if there's a larger crowd than last year. How many was there last year? Maybe 100 or 70 or?
Well, at any given point, it always seemed like there was at least 60 to 100 people.
Right.
Like, I mean, there was just like people coming through a lot, people showing up later, and
right.
So, I mean,
with the condensed time this year, I wonder if with the condensed time, I wonder if it'll be more of a
mob.
Yeah, or like more of a disturbance or something, like will there be police presence or
no?
You don't think so? Eh?
No, I mean it's at the top end of I guess maybe it's the bottom end of town, depending on how you look at it. But it's on the main. It's the courthouse sits right on Washington Street, which is the main road coming into Manitowoc.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a typical retail spot where we are. So cars are coming past, turning down left and heading down into the old part of Manitowoc. So Don, it's a very free-flowing area.
1 block south of the courthouse, Paul. So there you go.
Oh, right. Excellent.
That means it's right by the hotel, so you could probably figure it out on Thursday.
Lovely.
Maybe I'll find the banjo too.
Yep.
It'll be a marching band, an international marching band. Here, I got it.
Oh yeah. Let's see what we can find. I think when I get done in Neenah, I'm gonna look for pawn shops in Neenah and see what they got there.
Yeah. That'll be fun though. That'll be interesting. Interesting video you make there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pawn shops of Wisconsin.
I tell people that story about the that guy that got the hostage. Funk is his name, and people don't believe. They think I'm just like some lunatic that's focused on these cases. But it's just insane. I remember when that came out. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it.
So it's unfortunate, but that guy Hoffer shouldn't have been there. He should have been removed.
Right.
From the situation.
I didn't get into the
Hoffer,
details.
I would have been like, okay, I understand. It's unfortunate, but I understand. But because it was Hoffer, because he disobeyed 2 direct orders not to go back in and get involved again.
Right.
Because of all those things, I have issues with the way this all went down. But I understand how in a court of law, a jury, the way that they look at these things,
right,
the way that they're given instruction, that I can understand how they end up going the way they do. So, but it is unfortunate. I mean, really unfortunate. I mean, Michael Funk got out of the frying pan only to end up in the fire.
Yeah.
It really sucks. So that's what we're doing in Neenah on Friday, and then hopefully planning to get over to the salvage yard. Which reminds me, Carla Chase forgot about me again. I'm going to need to remind her. But I'm going to be hopefully going over to the yard, and I'm looking to do a walk of the perimeter and just get as much footage looking from the perimeter out, and then from the perimeter looking in as much, just going around the perimeter and just getting shots of the, looking in and looking out, just to get as much like stock footage around and about the yard as possible. Because that was one thing I was wishing I had last year when I got back. I was like, I wish I had other viewpoints. There was something I wanted to talk about, but I didn't have the viewpoint I wanted. Anyway, so hopefully I'll be taking care of that problem this year.
I'd like to. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say we can set up a trapeze wire, then you can sort of take high angle shots and all.
Yeah, a little zip line.
I wish I had.
Sorry, Stacey, go on.
I understand how they do it. It would. Because we're so vested in the case. This case is old for people. They watch the documentary. They go, Dean and Jerry. It's old. Jerry's still involved quite a bit in a way through social media, but wouldn't it be nice if? I know that they've been scheduled for these talks elsewhere and stuff, but Zellner or whoever, it would sure be nice to have some involvement or a message or. Stuff like that. It seems odd to me that they seem at such an arm's length maybe they, I really question what that is, whether they don't want to be associated with kind of people that are fanatics, like, people paint us to be and stuff like that. But it's
Right.
really interesting because say Steve and they talk about, we all went to the show, so we kind of know what their show's about. But there doesn't seem to be any, they're doing their thing, but, say a rally for this. It's interesting that no one of a higher level is involved or even commenting on it to me.
You got turned sideways there somehow, by the way. But
did I?
Thought I'd let you know.
Oh yeah.
So, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be, it's gonna be pretty fun this year because so many of the Wrecking Crew are gonna be there. So many of them ordered their Wrecking Crew rally T-shirts, so it's gonna be fun to see the kind of sea of turquoise shirts that are gonna be there now. And I'm excited to see. Kayla was there last year. Her and Dolores are awesome together. If any of you get a chance to see them interacting, they are just funny as hell to watch those two interact. Sandra Greenman will be there. Kim Ducat was there last year. I actually got to speak with her a bit. Who you guys will remember from the first documentary. And I think she's is she in the second one?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's very nice. She's very sweet. But most of these people should be there, and they're very friendly. So hopefully, we get as many people there showing up to show their support for Stephen and Brendan. Be awesome. I know Brandon Maddox is planning to go live on his channel, so that he can kind of be a part of it vicariously, although he can't be there himself. So. And then we'll have Stacy there in person, funky fresh and in the flesh. Particularly if he works with Brad Dassey, then it's really funky fresh in the flesh. But anyway, so you had something you want to talk about, Paul?
No, Stacy's going to sing us a song.
Oh yeah, right. All right, let's.
It is. He's got the guitar there.
How does that sound if I do that?
Great.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
That sounds better.
Go ahead and mute your microphones, Paul and Mark.
Don't get straight, no, no, no. I ain't get straight, don't get straight. I ain't get straight. And then the pain, don't get straight. Well, we know the story. All we know is that we can let it stay. They got the Brennan's head. Don't get straight. Don't get straight. Everything they got. When the morning is gathered by the wall. All now will be good. Father is the king. Don't get straight. Don't get straight. No, no, no. I ain't get straight. Don't get straight. I ain't get and that light, that shit, that physical energy, everything he says, you can throw away. He's a good thing. Don't get straight. Only we got him around the place. Don't get straight. And then it's Don't Get Strange by Chuck.
Hey, brilliant.
There you
Loved it.
I haven't played that one,
Anything
huh?
you can throw away.
Yeah.
He's a legal stain.
Yeah. Legal stain. Hashtag legal stain.
Hey. Can you imagine Brad doing some rapping over the top of that?
Yeah. Okay.
That's going to be good.
It'll be interesting. I look at the songs as they go on YouTube. There's been so little traffic. It's so, I don't really, doesn't bother me. So, it'll be interesting to see how many people know. I'd love to see some sort of like Avery Rhodes, people singing. Here we got a dog. And so it'll be interesting to see if people, maybe at the banquet house or something, sing that song. Avery Road. It'd be good to have a sing along.
It'd be good if we could do one of those out, and or maybe do it. Maybe when we're all over at Salvage Yard or something, maybe get a group of people singing it in front of like Steven's trailer or something, or I don't know. But
yeah, that'd be cool too.
Something really recognizable like that, So
yeah, we'll see. Be fun.
We'll see how it goes. See where it goes. Right.
Hey, I just got I gotta go.
Okay.
And because it's raining and the stuff is in the back of my truck.
There you go. You better get to it.
And it was nice seeing the dudes down under.
Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, mate.
Next time in person, eh? So,
it's a pleasure having you.
We'll see you in Wisconsin.
See you in Wisconsin, buddy.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Hey,
bye.
If you're anywhere near Manitowoc, I'll see you then.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Paulie. Okay. Bye-bye.
See you face. All right. So that was Mr. Seabrook, folks. Not sure what happened there exactly. He sounded perfect up until he started playing, and then like the voice wasn't coming through. I don't know. Did you guys notice that? But
I could hear it, but it was softer.
Good. But
yeah.
But
maybe he knocked his microphone a little bit away from him.
I think he had the same setup as Mark with the microphone. It's actually in the headphones there.
Yeah.
It's in here.
Right.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So, yep, there we go. So, all right. So, we're all going to be meeting up about, 4 or 5 days, huh? So.
Yeah, but the best thing about Stacey is he's got versions of the songs that he's done at the studio, which are minus the vocals, that he's got like almost as
karaoke versions, right?
Yeah, karaoke versions.
The soundtrack.
Yes, yeah. So that means that he can fire that up anytime, and we can all sing along like we did in Mark's car.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
I can't believe I don't have the bit when he was going off on the rap, dude. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know how somehow that didn't get recorded. I'm just like, fuck.
Well, I'm just wondering, was that
you were probably singing over the top of it.
That's true.
We couldn't hear it, right? So
damn that damn loud American. God.
I reckon it was the seatbelt warning light that was.
The noise from there.
Yep, the beeping from that light. Yep.
That's right. Hey, can I just mention one other thing about the rally, if that's all right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just from experience from last year, people who are coming for the first time, or even if not for the first time, just feel 150% comfortable of going up to people and just introducing yourself, because we don't really know each other as well as we kind of think we do, and so the rally, getting to know people is a really important part of the connection to the case. So when you arrive, either before the rally or at the rally or after the rally, just go up to people and say, hello, I'm Mark, I'm from such and such. I remember last year when I was there, I was on the sidewalk, with the placards and what have you, and I just looked down the 20 meters away, and there was this guy. I go, oh, he looks familiar. And I suddenly realized it was Pete Dassey, Brendan's dad, just standing just down there on his own with his placard. Right. I just wandered down there and said, hi, Pete, I'm Mark, and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. These are just everyday folk. So just join in. It's really important to feel connected. And I know people want that. It's not like we're forcing them to do it, but don't feel embarrassed or reluctant to connect. They're all good people. They're nice people. They won't bite you. They're, they're just down to earth people, really, and they're just as happy to see you as you are to see them, because the more people that are showing up to support their family members is that makes them happier.
That makes them.
Oh God, yeah.
So
They're blown away by that level of support.
right.
You know, so yeah. So
we'll probably see Mark get interviewed by the news again because he's international. So you know, there'll be that.
yeah, from
Don't
Pennsylvania.
Don't be jealous.
And then they'll probably go towards Paul and Eunice, but then they'll probably end up talking to Eunice because she's more photogenic. But
Yeah, and she doesn't haver as much either, right?
That's also a very good point. Yes.
And she's never caused YouTube to crash either.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. See, there's always that.
And also remember, out on the sidewalk. Hopefully, it'll be a nice sunny Saturday. You know, there's minimal shade there, so bring your hats and your sunglasses and all that sort of stuff. So there is some shade which you can retreat to for a bit, but when you're actually on the sidewalk doing your rally thing, make sure you've got protection, so to speak.
Well, Eunice has done a long-term weather forecast and is saying that it's going to be raining.
Oh,
So
really?
I reckon it could be the Scots are going to bring the weather with them.
Oh God, that's right.
Because in case you didn't realize, Erekose, it isn't just Chicago that has weather.
Weather, right? Yep. I've been telling everybody I was probably going to catch some crap over my mention of weather here at some point, and here it was. There it is.
Some. How do you quantify some?
Some, yeah. Well, see, when I say weather, Paul, I'm just saying that there was significant weather conditions that were impeding flights. That's what I'm essentially getting at, but I love how you deliberately misinterpret it and take it to the lowest common denominator, bastardize it 5 times. And,
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
Weather over Chicago.
We have the evidence.
I know I'm telling you what I meant when I said weather over Chicago. Whether you accept it or not is another story. But anyway,
what I do want to know though is and particularly for you being American, you've got a presumably people in America will pick up on which part of America you're from, whether you're from, say, Texas, because you've got that sort of yeehaw accent, or whether you're from, say you're from California and you're sort of real laid back dude type, shut the up Donnie kind of stuff, or whether you're from Wisconsin, in which case you've got a bit of a Charlie accent. Do you ever find yourself adapting to where you are in America, accent wise, vocabulary wise?
you're asking me.
Because we've had a bit of banter about this, haven't we? Trying to talk Wisconsin.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to know, when I go to the rally and I need to find Mark, will he have this distinctive Aussie accent, or will he have blended in the rest of the Wisconsinites?
Well, he's tall, so
Well, depends who's trying to talk to me. If it's you, Paul, I'll be blending into the Wisconsin accent.
with his Green Bay Packers shirt on.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. Right here.
Exactly.
Hilarious.
It's one of those things that, like when I'm in Scotland, I can sort of discuss with the natives. At times, I can even come up with typical sort of borders dialect. But if I'm back down, say in Charlton, 300 miles away, as when we met the lady from Somerset in Sydney.
Ah, yes.
Yes, Devizes, was it Devizes that she was from? Some or was it?
Not sure, mate.
I'm not sure.
No. And it's like you can sort of adapt your accent depend on where you are. You tend to be influenced by what's going on there in that part of the world. You never find that?
That happens because your ear is listening to other voices, and it's just a natural thing to do. Like the obvious thing is if I stayed long term in the United States for a year, which I actually did a long time ago, there'll be twangs in my voice that'll be picked up that I don't hear them myself, but others will say, "Oh, you've got an American accent now." So
Right.
just how you communicate by listening and pronouncing words.
The way you hear them. Right.
Yeah, that's right, and in a way that you know that they'll understand if you say them that way.
Right.
For example, in the American accent, the letter R is rolled. It's got the sort of sound, the rolling R, whereas in my English and in Paul's English, it's more cut off. Like the word. I'll give you a funny example of this. Sorry, it's a bit trivial, but like the word dot, D-O-T. Which is, like a spot, a dot, which Americans would usually call it a dart, right? Hey, that's a dart. Well, what I call a dart is that thing you throw at the circular thing with a point on the end of it, right? But Americans would call that thing a dart, right? The sound. So when you're trying to communicate and you sort of adapt your voice so they'll understand you, then you unconsciously take on the part of their accent. So
right. Thank you so much, Survivor. Thank you. It's much appreciated. Yeah, that's interesting. And I imagine, I agree with you about what you're saying. You are going to listen to the way people are saying it around you, and you're going to end up saying it in a very similar way. So, I can definitely see how that would happen.
So, will the dude abide?
Will the dude abide? Yeah, I guess so. So
for me, I'm really looking forward to seeing you all next week. Only a few days away, literally. So and all the other good folk out there in MAM land who are all trying their very best to bring justice to Stephen and Brendan and Teresa Hallbach, and it'll be just a great get together with each other as well as for the cause.
Yep, absolutely. I can't wait to see everybody there myself. I got together with a lot of members of the Wrecking Crew last night. We're going to probably be doing one more thing on Tuesday. We're going to get together, do another little live like we did last night with them and stuff. Just to continue to build on the excitement heading into Rally here. So maybe if you guys are available that night, you guys can pop in on it too.
Tuesday night?
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Yeah, I'll be actually in Manitowoc, Tuesday night. No, where will I? No, yeah, I will be in Manitowoc late Tuesday night.
Maybe on a plane? Oh,
No, I'll be in Manitowoc by around about 10:30 p.m. on Tuesday night.
Oh, well, that might be a bit late. We'll have to see how that works out.
Central time.
Yeah.
So which would be 8 o'clock your time.
Fine, right. All right, we'll have to see how that works out. That might work out.
There you go.
I'll probably be in bed. Unless he's on his way. Actually, no, you might actually be on your way to Manitowoc, won't you?
Did you say you'll be in?
Yes, he might be on his way down to Heathrow at that point. That'll be Wednesday in the UK by then.
Yeah, so we might not be able to. So, you guys will probably be on your way to Manitowoc, so we won't be able to have you. Everybody else is going to be leaving, Thursday, like me. So, Wednesday or Thursday. So...
You know what has been quite interesting is I've said to quite a few people's, when, for example, the ones I saw yesterday, I said to them on as they came, I said, see when you come next week for your lesson, you're going to have to knock really loud because I'm going to be in Wisconsin. and all the parents have kind of got it straight away, and the kids are looking at me as if, what? But I've then gone on to explain. It's I'm going to America, and where are you going? And I say, well, it's connected with when I was in Australia, and I say to them, what's really interesting is that I went to Australia. Australia is one of those countries where it's so big, and likewise America is so big. It's like, well, when you go there, where would you choose to go? It's not like I'm going to America to do Disney World. I'm not going there to do, some of the typical tourist things. But I'm going there because I've got a reason to go this time. it's nothing to do with tourism. There is a reason to go there, you know, and that to me is far more important. That's the one big thing, you know, that there's a reason. There's a reason for going to Wisconsin. Yes, we're going to go there. We're going to have a great time. Of course we are. You know, we're going to meet up. We're even going to get. Apparently, we're going to get chorizo and an egg and chips on.
Right.
Oh, God.
No, Eunice
Chorizo and egg on Saturday morning. Yeah.
Eunice has said, could she get the pepperoni option, please? Because you know, she's not very keen on that.
I never made pepperoni and egg before, so she's on her own.
Hey, Paul, just a little hint for you.
Yeah.
When you arrive at immigration at Chicago's O'Hare Airport, the reason for your trip to the US probably shouldn't be, I'm here to attend a rally, right? So they might ask you a whole lot more questions they don't need to ask you. So say you're visiting friends in Wisconsin.
Absolutely. We're going there for holiday. We're visiting friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's true.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. It's one of those things that, you know, if asked, what are you doing there? Oh, I'm going there to enjoy visiting, meeting up with people that I know, and that I've met before, and having a bit of a break, just for a wee while. But yeah, also to to do a bit of missionary work, you know, a bit of spreading the word, as it were, you know.
All right.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about something else then for a moment. But anyway.
Yes, it probably was, actually. All right. Well, it's been fun, guys. Is there anything
thank you
you
for
want
chatting.
to say about rally?
The only thing that does concern me is that when I was in Australia, there, like the ratio of Americans to the rest of us was it was a quarter. A quarter of the group was Americans. You know, having met one of them, you know, I'm just wondering, how are we going to cope with dozens of them? You know.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean,
you're going to be on my home turf now. The loud Americans are going to be with me. So,
Look, just Paul, here's a tip. Just make sure you have handy in the emergency kit plenty of cans of Dr. Pepper, and you'll be fine, right?
Hey, at least I can get Dr. Pepper in Wisconsin.
It'll not stop him mumping and moaning.
It even comes in the old cooler, like rounded top bottles there in Wisconsin. It's funny. Anyway, throwback bottles. So.
Well, I think we've already been in touch with Dr. Pepper to suggest
distributors there. Yeah,
they restock in Wisconsin over the next couple of days, ready for the due.
Well, there you go. At least they're ready.
Well, that's as long as you're okay, that's all that matters.
For Erekose, right?
That's all we're here for, is to make sure that you're okay, dude.
Oh, thank you so much, Sharon. Towards your hair and makeup fun for Raleigh. What do you say? What are you trying to say? I need to hire a makeup person? Oh, jeez. It's rough.
Yeah.
Man. You Scotsmen.
Well, when you get
Scottish descent people, you're rough.
Well, I'll tell you what. See when you wear your white shirt and your tie, and your hair is good. Even Eunice said, "Oh, that dude's looking quite smart."
Hey, you know, sometimes I clean up. What can I say?
You polish it well.
That's good.
All right. Well, all right. So have we covered everything yet, or we are?
I think so. I think we have.
I think we've gotten to pure havering at this point, right?
Oh, just one final thing. The Australian woman won the French Tennis Open yesterday. So just sort of add that little
bragging
parochial, bragging point. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes, Sarah Sunshine, Zoya the Destroyer does do the best voice messages. Although I have to say, Eunice her and Eunice are kind of on the same, because you all remember the one where Eunice explains to us what hatred means. Oh my God, So, but no, Sharon too. Very, very lovely Scottish accent. It's awesome. So I love listening to both of those guys. But Eunice really got me with the one where she explained havering and
Oh God.
Paul.
No, you.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you. So that'll always be one of my favorites as well. So, but I
me.
love Sharon Sunshine as well. She's awesome.
Well, my friends,
Yes.
see you on the other side.
Yes. Thank you for being here today, guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys in Manitowoc here in the next couple days.
Yes.
And it's been fun.
So is Stacey going to play us out?
I'm going to play 36 million here. So
is he not there anymore? Is he gone?
He's gone. He had to go. He had stuff in the back of his truck that was getting rained on. Were you not paying attention?
Oh, right. So the weather.
No.
Not only does he haver, he doesn't listen very well. Jeez. All right.
They go together, those two, by the way.
Yeah. Hand in hand. Anyway. All right. Okay, guys. Well, it's time to cut away to Stacey here. So
okay. All the best then.
Guys, thank you for being here.
See you later in the week.
How do you pay a debt for someone you owe 36 million? You don't. It might as well be a bajillion. Oh, this is what you do. You charge the one you owe with murder. The debt goes to. Now first, you gotta have a body. I don't know how you get it, but I know it is nutty. Find that car that body drove. Park the car in the yard, throw the body in the stove. Now this part, overemphasize I can. You got to have law enforcement that likes to plan. Oh, I mean not botany, talking bone, blood, bullets, a car and a key. How do you pay a bill for someone you owe 36 million? You don't, it might as well be a bajillion. Oh, this is what you do. You charge the one you owe with murder. The debt goes to. Now you cook that body up, all well done. Just leave some pieces out for identification. Like the tibia, he's at 23, oh wait. Some of you ain't following me, but this brings me to the important part of the scheme. You got to own the lab and forensics team. Pick one out, the dullest knife. Get her to deviate from protocol first time in her life. How do you pay a bill for someone you owe 36 million? You don't, it might as well be a bajillion. Oh, this is what you do. You charge the one you owe with murder. The debt goes to. Now I can't go into detail. It would take too long. This would end up being a 10-part, a docu-song. So I'll just give it to you. Oh, in point form. Do all these things and you can toot your horn. You first have to get a kid to confess to the story you feed them. Block all the officers from following evidence where it leads them. Tell the media things that don't make sense. Don't worry, they don't ask questions, they just nod their heads. You gotta lock the corner from the scene. You got to beware now, dogs that are mean. Lose all the cameras, no, don't take a shot. Multi-label everything you got. You gotta keep all the evidence locked up safe. If anything gets broken, fix it with scotch tape. Then repeat. The phones are intertwined. the wires from the ties, yeah, repeat that lie. How do you pay a bill for someone you owe 36 million? You don't, it might as well be a bajillion. Oh, this is what you do. You charge the one you owe with murder, the debt goes to. Now say you get away with all this stuff, but 10 years later you just don't have enough. Go write a book, try to cash in, don't worry about the ethics, there's none in Wisconsin, cause if there are, you would have been until then sued from all the domestic violence victims that you abuse. How do you pay your bill for someone you owe 36 million? You don't, it might as well be a gazillion. Oh, this is what you did. You framed an innocent man and his nephew kid.
All right, folks. That's Stacy there. Everybody who hasn't already, go over and show Stacy some love. Hit subscribe for him. Suggest him to some of your friends. Let's get him up to 1,000 subscribers. He deserves it. His songs are great. I only play them on the weekends now, as you guys know, but I think that makes it more of a treat. So hopefully you guys agree. And that's about it for today. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe for me, Paul, Allie, Tracy Strunzi, or basically a lawyer, Linda K listening, and Brandon Maddox. Go over and hit up, subscribe for all these people, because look, we're all trying to do good things and we're all trying to bring awareness. So let's show all these people our support, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. Thanks.